Well, good morning.
Good
Hi,
morning.
Trish. Good morning, Catalin. Yay, we have our coffee chat this morning with women entrepreneurs from around the world, literally. So I'm going to quickly give you an introduction to myself, where I am, and then we're going to hear from Trish and Catalin. Grab your coffee, come and join us. We're going to just take a time to share some stories behind the scenes of being a woman entrepreneur and the incredible importance of support and accountability from other women who are walking the same road as us. So, my name is Carol, and I am in New Mexico at the moment. I am the owner of Classic Exec Marketing, and I host marketing and mastermind retreats in Lisbon. Our next one is coming up in May 2021. And Katalin is going to be part of that, and she will be offering an awesome yoga retreat that's going to follow after our week in Lisbon. And I am looking forward to Trish joining us and exploring Portugal together. So that's exciting, and that's what's coming up next. But you will find us going live at the moment. Hopefully, I am on Twitter, Lisbon Retreats, on my Facebook page, Lisbon Retreats, and on YouTube at Carol Clegg. And our plan is to try to do this every Friday, to just dig into some of the things, the journeys that we take, some of the tools that we need, and just stories from behind the scenes. So I would love to hear from Trish and Kathleen. Where are you at the moment? And do just tell us about your business and how long you've been on this journey of being a solopreneur, because we are really solopreneurs, and I never know. We say entrepreneur, solopreneur.
Yep.
We do this solo. Yep. So tell me where you are, Trish.
Well, good morning. And this is such a great way to start a Friday morning. So I would love to do it as often as we can. I'm in Northwest Montana, and I do, as Carol and Catalin know, they're both a big part of my week, both with yoga and our mastermind groups. But I work as a solopreneur. I'd never heard the word until our mastermind group. But Trish Kinney Life Coaching at healthylifemindset.com. And my true life's passion is to just help others find the tools and resources to not only start to walk a path towards their life goals, but also to face life challenges. And so right now, for good or for bad, it's a really appropriate time to help folks with some resilience. And it sure helps me to work with them as well and learn new things. And let's see, I'm in my kitchen in Northwest Montana with my coffee. And
there you go.
A great way to kick off the weekend.
Lovely. Well, and Catalin, let's hear where you are and about your solopreneur business.
Well, before I start, I just want to point out that I think your face is, I cannot see it because of the banner.
Okay.
Yes.
There we go.
Perfect. All right. Is that better?
Yes.
That's all part of this fun of learning together, and that's what we do in our mastermind. Yes. There's so many things that we have dug into over the year, this more than a year that we've been together, and learning tools for our business and helping each other and encouraging each other. So thank you, Catalin.
Now you're welcome. Now we look like Charlie's Angels.
Exactly, the Brady Bunch.
So, as you can hear, I'm not native English. I am Hungarian, living in Lisbon at the moment since 2.5 years. And when we moved here, we both decided to follow our dreams. So I combined my career, 20 years in marketing and international incentive travel management, with my passion for women entrepreneurs and yoga, and started with yoga retreats for women entrepreneurs here in Portugal and Spain. But as we all know then, COVID came. Mm-hmm. So I switched online, and next to my yoga retreats, I offer now yoga classes online and also yoga also online courses for passionate but overwhelmed women entrepreneurs. I guide them step by step to get closer to themselves, to make them believe that they can reach everything they want, but also teach them to prioritize themselves, which we very often forget. So, yeah, I'm also part of Carol's mastermind since the beginning, and it helped me a lot to get over my own obstacles that I put in my own way, like I think many of us do, but we just don't see it if we don't have a supportive community around us. So that's in a nutshell.
Right, lovely. And I must say, share that there's something else precious that has come out of our time together in our mastermind group is that we've become friends. And, we really are there to support each other. We have a WhatsApp channel where we can, ask, does this sound crazy? Does this sound right? Or even, hey, can I jump on a call and just chat with you? So, we're there to support each other. And I think that's what is so important is to have a group of women, that it's not all push, or you've got to churn out all of this business stuff and have your business hat on all the time, that we're real people behind these business goals that we set. So,
as you said, Carol, heart-centered, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And to allow us to flourish. I kind of like that word. It's, So today we thought we would chat about finding positive moments in tough times. Trish, have you found particular ways to apply that? How have you found positive moments?
Actually, boy, if you want to be positive, it feels incredibly tough to do. But I'll tell you, I have learned, and I know the three of us have talked about this, just connectivity. Carol, like you just said, having your people, having your peeps that give you that encouragement, lift you up, reassure you that no matter where you are at this particular time with the pandemic, or in our case in Montana, USA, with the forest fires, it's really tough right now feels like even when you are positive, people wonder what's wrong with you because everybody's struggling. So positivity, just staying in touch with your people, surrounding yourself with people who are positive. Obviously, hard to surround yourself when we have to have distance. So doing things like this. Thank you, Carol. And Catalin hosts online yoga. It's not the same as doing a video yoga because I get to chat with Catalin. We get to lift each other up. And so those are two very important ways that I literally have a purpose in the morning, and I'm excited to get up and get dressed, to connect. And then other than that, just accountability. I think having, once again, friends to say, how are you doing with your goals?
So
no
important.
Pressure, but just be good to yourself and encourage.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, we know that there are times that we will feel sad, and then that's okay. But then we come up the hill, and then, it's allowing that. And one of the things I've tried to do now is not stress over a decision that's of something that's too far ahead, and wait until I'm closer to that, because otherwise my mind just, can go down a busy trail, and it's wasted energy when you can't do it right now. The other thing I have found that's helped me, and it's is getting outside, being in nature.
Yeah.
I think that, I try to make that a thing in my day at noon to take a break and get outside and just, be it the sun or if it's not shining. And I know, Trish, Shane, you probably still have smoke-filled skies. I have just come back from Oregon, and they said over the weekend, I know this was in the press, that it was the worst air quality in the world in Oregon. The fires are so bad. But Catalin, positive moments in tough times. I saw you doing something so wonderful, the wine, the harvesting of the wine, and that was just, that must have been wonderful.
Yeah, it was really, really, it reminded me of my childhood because my father makes wine. That's his hobby. since over 40 years. So it was
Ah.
really, really wonderful. It's also expect community here in Lisbon. So the family, they are our friends. They are Germans. They just moved here and gave up everything in Frankfurt with their 3 small children to give them different values that they would receive in a big city. And it's nice to be, and their first wine will be called also Juntos, which means together, because
Do you say juntos?
Juntos.
Juntos. I like that.
So it's really nice, as you said, to surround yourself with like-minded people who are sharing your values, who are lifting you up. And if online or offsite, but for me, it's also very important to allow myself to be sad, because it's just, I cannot always fight it. I cannot always meditate. Sometimes I just have to allow myself to be in a mad mood for half an hour, or to grieve something, because you can not only grieve when someone dies, right? You can grieve for so many things that changes in your life, and life is constantly changing. But the community and bringing myself and being happy about very basic things, like having a roof above our head, or having a nice food, having someone next to you who is loving you.
I know they tell us many times, to be grateful. And one of the things I've tried in the morning before I start work is I journal about 3 things I'm grateful for the day before. So to reflect on that. And then I know, Kathleen, we've spoken about this before, is celebrating when we do have something. Often we rush through something, and we can reflect back to be grateful. But then when something does happen, either in our work, in our business, with our clients, something that we've even pulled together, if we've learned a new skill. My goodness me, isn't marketing all about learning new things, and they keep changing, but to celebrate, when we do that.
And there's 2, Carol and Catalin, there's 2 components of coaching that have been common year after year, and permission, giving ourselves permission, which I love. Catalin, it's important. I think you've given me a reminder. It's important to allow ourselves to be sad. I like what you just said, because that in itself is a way to feel better, to say, give ourselves permission. It's okay to feel bad. Okay, my feelings are normal, and I should just be with it for a bit. And then I love what you just said, Carol, as well, because being able to just be grateful for simple things. It's easy to forget that, because we're not as busy, supposedly, as we used to be. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to start a list. I haven't done that in years. That's a great idea. What little things. I'm so thankful for you guys. Truly, so there's a place to start.
Well, that'll bring us into, I know, we said we were going to also chat about morning and daily rituals. And there you go. There's something that, Kathleen, I'm sure you have a lot to share with us about morning and daily rituals and how important they are for self-care.
Well, I guess I have my 2 main daily rituals. One, to start the day, and the second, to end my working day. So in the morning, that's my very most sacred time, half an hour for myself with a book and a coffee in the bed. I'm not checking my phone. I'm not doing anything. I'm just grabbing a coffee and my book and spend half an hour with myself. And the day starts afterwards.
Right.
And after work, because in German, the word says so perfectly, self-employed, you say selbstständig, which means self and all the time. So you work yourself all the time, which is true, right? But we do it because we love to do it. So it's okay to work a lot, but at the end of my working day, this is new since 1 or 2 weeks, I have a ritual to give my body a sign that working is over. So I'm either just sitting at the terrace if it's sun with a glass of wine, or going for a walk, or just sitting and looking out of, but I try to give myself a sign that working is over. So I'm not rushing into something else, but take a break and to enjoy my after work time.
I love that. And I know, Trish, I think you do something similar in your week routine that you are trying to keep to 4 days a week, if I remember, or give yourself a long weekend, something along those lines.
Yes, and boy, one thing I find is it can be tough to, you start on a ritual and you go for a while and then maybe life happens and it shifts a little bit. But I try to just go back to that, and it does. Rituals to me just are so important, just like you mentioned, Catalin, because if we can have a way to kind of commemorate the start of our day and celebrate, it sounds kind of corny, but really celebrate a new day and then celebrate the day we just had by coming to a conclusion and being grateful for the day. I mean, those are rituals. And I have tried to, Carol, as you said, I have tried to say, okay, with the pandemic, with the forest fires, my outside exercise isn't the same. So these new rituals I'm going to set up, they might be 4 days a week, but I'm finding that every day, if I can allow myself some time. Catalin, I love how you start your day. Twice a week now, for people watching, I'm doing yoga with Catalin in the morning, and she also does afternoon. And the time zones with Portugal, the US, we can make it all work. But those are two important rituals. And then our mastermind group. I mean, getting together with those ladies, I always feel better. No matter how my morning starts, when I wake up with thoughts and worries in my head, after that mastermind gathering, I feel confident. I feel uplifted. Yeah, so those rituals to me are important. And caffeine, no joke. I don't know what I would do without a cup of coffee.
I know. Oh my goodness, our coffee is important, isn't it? I love it. Well, ladies, this has been wonderful. I hope that we can get together next Friday. And I know that I'm about to jump on the mat with Catalin. Trish, I don't know if you're joining us this Friday. But
I'm not today, but I'll be there Tuesday.
All right. Wonderful. Lovely. Well, as we head on out of this chat, I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. And we'll be back next Friday covering some other topics from behind the scenes of learning the different avenues that we need to take and the tools that we need to use. And I don't know if you ladies have anything else to share before we say goodbye.
I have something in my mind, but
Carol, I love this. I love what you're doing. I think it's fun, and thank you guys. I think it's just great to share what we're going through. I'm sure a lot of other folks are, can relate. So thank you guys for being my friends, and namaste.
Thank you.
It's lovely seeing you both, and thank you everybody else who's out there watching us and listening, and have a wonderful weekend.
See you next week.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Bye.